I've completed all 394 P-Switch missions in Mario Kart World. Most of them are easy, but some of them are brutal. So today, I'm ranking the 20 hardest missions from easiest to hardest. Coming in at number 20, we have Board Your Chartered Flight to the City. Koopa Troopa must patiently wait for an airplane and drive on top of it. He must move across to two others, but too early or too late, and he plunges into the blue sauce below. This one's the easiest on our list because it's pretty short and simple after getting onto that third plane. This one goes into the Grandma Beat It tier. Rank 19 goes to the Hit the Ramps and Reach the Goal mission. Yoshi needs to trick off of every jump to get enough height to reach the next. If he forgets even one and touches the water at all, the Cloud Demon Lakitu scoops him up and forces him to restart. Some spots require Yoshi to look ahead and trick the right direction, but other than that, this mission isn't too tough, so we'll put this one in the No Sweat tier. Moving on to number 18, power past fuzzies while gathering blue coins. Donkey Kong grinds this electrical wire and eats delicious blueberry coins. He can jump over the fuzzy enemies as they inch toward him, but his view is blocked by the blue gold. The fuzzies can also be right after a turn on the wire, forcing Hairy Mario to do a trick quickly to get over. Not too bad overall still, so this one will also go in the No Sweat tier. In number 17, overtake the train crossing the Truss Bridge. Shy Guy rides the rails and dodges a Sumo Bro. He must do enough tricks while moving forward to gain speed and catch up to the train, but trick at the wrong time, and he falls off the bridge completely. The timer is tight on this one as Shy Mario escapes the bridge and completes precise turns and jumps to barely beat the train to the goal. This one definitely takes some skill, so it goes into the hard tier. For number 16, masterfully weave and wall ride past traffic, Boo has a death wish by driving into oncoming vehicles. To hit each ring, he must dart between cars and then charge jump onto walls on both sides of the tunnel. As long as Ghost Mario stays accident-free, he can complete this mission. This one goes into the hard tier. Number 15 goes to travel across the bridge, tricking all the way where Waluigi starts on the train tracks and jumps onto rails and walls. This one might be tricky for beginners who haven't practiced the wall riding mechanics enough yet, but once Waluigi's mastered the timing to jump on and off walls, the timer's forgiving enough for him to reach the goal. This mission falls into the hard tier. In the 14th slot, we have Trick Your Heart Out in this challenging trial. The beginning of the trial has Dry Bones soar onto the bridge beams while tricking off a beam to gain enough height. Once he gets onto the grind rails, he must not be tempted by the sideways ring and make sure to jump straight onto this mega ramp. After that, the dehydrated Koopa just needs to stay on target to make it all the way to the top and through the goal. This one goes into the hard tier. Coming in at number 13, we have Ride the Rail, Ride the Line, and Get to the Goal. This mission forces Boo to get on the train tracks and drive up onto a moving train. If he tricks the wrong direction, he falls off and has to restart. If Dead Mario manages to stay on the train, his final step is to jump off of it, trick up onto the power line, and grind through the goal. This one took me way more tries than you'd think, so it goes into the extra spicy tier. Rank number 12 goes to perform stunt after stunt across the bridge. Daisy launches off a boost platform to get to the rail. Everything seems easy as she jumps from the rail to the wall with good timing, but the tricky part is jumping onto the rock wall at the end. Daisy jumps off the rail and onto the curve of the rock to wall ride through to the goal. This one's tough and is now bringing in more advanced techniques, so it goes into the extra spicy tier. For number 11, we have Take a Parkour Tour of Crown City. Bedhead Mario jumps off the rooftops, tricking and landing on a line of flags to grind. If he doesn't plan ahead, he can miss this tight turn and fall off the building. As he loops around, the grand finale has him jump onto a curved wall and trick off to reach the sweet, sweet goal. Crown City Parkour earns extra spicy. We're in the top 10 now, and these are no joke. Rank number 10 goes to use the mushrooms to zip up the right-hand path. Everything seems simple at first as Luigi grabs an item and goes through the first ring. All of a sudden, he finds himself getting burned in the molten cherry juice. He calls in his brother Mario for better handling as the clock ticks down really fast in this one. Red Luigi tricks perfectly and boosts to get minor burns, but still get to the goal on time. This one's the spiciest of the spicy tier, so we will call it muy picante. Number 9 is take a shortcut to stay dry and reach the goal. Bowser Jr. tricks onto a wall and tries to catch a grind rail. If he nails that, then he can jump onto a curved wall and stay at the right height to make it to the next jump. He needs full control as he lands into a tight turn. If he can do all of that without falling into the water, Baby Bowser can feel the breeze as he flies into the goal. That one gets into the brutal tier. Number 8 goes to trick your heart out to reach the mountaintop. Baby Mario escapes parent supervision as he grinds a long wire and launches out of a barrel cannon. He lands on block platforms and needs to hop between walls midair. One wrong angle from his tricks and he'll get a timeout in the pit below. Once he nails the jumps, he can drive into another explosive barrel to soar into the goal. This one goes into the brutal tier. In our number 7 slot, we have Prove Yourself in a Special Test of Skill number 3. Peach starts by a boost ramp and races into the cave. The water physics make it challenging to move the direction she needs to go as she fights to get onto the right-hand wall. If she jumps at a precise angle, she can ride up the wall to the next platform to do it all again. If all the stars align, she can do it again for the second area and make it to the goal. This one goes into the insane tier. Rank number 6 goes to Prove Yourself in a Special Test of Skill number 2. Our boy Green Mario is back, and he rides into the water to get to shipping containers. He must trick off the ramp and onto the sides to collect the tasty time rings. Tricking in the wrong direction or aiming at the wrong angle launches him to become a wet failure. With the perfect final jump, he wall slides through the goal. This one earns the insane tier. You're going to see a pattern here as our rank number 5 slot goes to Prove Yourself in a Special Test of Skill number 1. Pokey sees what looks to be a simple challenge ahead, but he is oh so wrong. He jumps off the ramp to get each time ring, but because the big beams of the wall jut out, if he doesn't execute the trick off the wall with perfect timing, direction, and precision, he gets trapped. The Cactus Orb Man controls the air, jumping through each ring and grabs the goal. This one was short but deadly and goes into the insane tier. Slot number 4 fittingly goes to Prove Yourself in a Special Test of Skill number 4. Toadette launches up and into the Dino Dome to be met with a water geyser. If she rides it up, she can drive on a higher platform and wall ride up to a 3rd level. One last huge jump requires Toadette to stay directly centered and hopefully reach that final goal. This one goes into the insane tier. On to our top 3, where it shows who the true gamers are. In slot number 3, we have Prove Yourself in a Special Test of Skill number 6. Even just to activate this mission, Shy Guy needs to look at where to go and jump perfectly from a high bridge at the right angle to hit the P-switch. Once the mission starts, Shy Guy launches under a bridge and needs to avoid getting caught by pillars as he attempts to get back up toward that bridge. He barely gets up to the grind rail, but needs to find the perfect moment and angle to trick off this rail onto this pole for extra height and through the final goal ring. This one, guys, is way harder than it looks. It earns the Nightmare tier. For rank number 2, Donkey Kong scouts around just to find the starting point. He needs to collect items and jump to this lonely pillar just to activate the P-switch to start the mission. When he does, we get Prove Yourself in a Special Test of Skill number 5. It starts with Monkey Mario blasting through a mushroom box to gain speed and get to the first ring. He then uses these floating arrow signs as a curved wall to ride and jump off of. If he can get the angle correct, he can land on this platform and boost up to the next curved wall above. When he finally stops falling off and gets all the directions perfect, he can trick off the last curved wall to get that taste of victory. This one was super tricky. It goes into the Nightmare tier. So what could top all of those missions? Is it going to be another Special Test of Skill? Actually, no. Our rank number 1 goes to Take a Tricky Tour Through Shy Guy Bazaar. This one starts off with a tight turn through rings where it's super easy to fall off. When you trick correctly, you can ride these rails and jump between them for more delicious time to be added to the timer. The angle at the next jump is so finicky that it always makes me feel like a fish out of water when trying to land it. After that, you have a quick burst of wall rides and grinding until you get to this spot. Oh man, I can't explain how precise the angle needs to be on this wall to get it right. You need to get all 3 of these time rings and be on the very center of the wall to get to the next zone and grind quickly and react to jump across. This one takes so much skill, precision, and patience to pull off, and it's way longer than most of the special test missions. This one earns the makes you want to throw your controller, but when you finally do it, you feel like a parkour master tier. To see how I made every track harder in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, click on the video on screen now. I'm Arrowstotle, and thanks for watching.